Okay, so we are back to Avadon to the corruption, and this is Sahara. Like I'm really important, but anyway. We had just went under the barracks to the tunnels, and now we are out of the tunnels, and I see now that we should have went over here to scout quarters, because that's probably where we need to end our quest. You know, and I never even really looked at our quests. That's not what I want. Quests. Do I even have a quest? Finish your patrol. So that's my quest, is to finish my patrol. And my patrol is over here at scout quarters. But I like to wander, so. And also, my blade master, I have figured out her name is really pronounced Calidia. Just like, I'm sorry, Calidia. Just like Lida Rose. No, it's Kalida. I still can't do it. Kalida, like Lida Rose, the old song from The Music Man. So it is Kalida for her name. Moo, moo. Oh, who is this? Rockridge Keep was built around ancient ruins. The lands of Lyrinus have, I can never pronounce his name, it's like nauseous, Linus, have an astonishing variety of fallen and forgotten empires. The obelisk here is the last reign of one of them. It is covered with faint carvings writing in a language long dead. A middle-aged Killen man sits cross-legged before the stone, copying the markings onto a sheet of paper. His robe bears the symbol of Avadon, which would explain why none of the soldiers ever get close to him. When you approach, he rises and nods to Kalida. Greetings, fellow hand. She returns the greeting, and he turns to you. And to you? Sahara, is it? I have your description. I am glad to see you safely return. So he is the one that we first were heard about when we first came into Rockridge Keep. You are an Avadon hand. What is your task here? Tell me about this stone. Tell me about the attack. I came here with my colleague, Kalida, to investigate and to offer aid. I had to use my magical talents to deflect the assault. I should be an eye, alas, but my fire in ice has been deemed more useful than my insight. Kalida smiles. Grow accustomed to these little complaints. Oh, this is Yannick. Has a library of them. So this was her companion. Okay. An eye? The hands of Avadon fight. The eyes learn and spy. The hearts advise Redbeard. I feel I am more suited to the other task than the one I have been given, but it is not for me to choose. I have another question. What is your task here? To act to aid the pact and to scourge the foes. Beyond that, we have been given great freedom to choose how to act. Alas, we have found more activity than we expected. And I see that Kalida has already aided you. How have you found my colleague? Well, let me see here. She seems damaged. That's funny. Well, because she is. I mean, she goes in these little trance states. She's a competent warrior, but I'm stronger than she is. It was an honor to travel with a Hanaga Avadon. Okay, I'm going to go with that. Really? Most are terrified of us. We appreciate the flattery, to be sure. So I have another question. Tell me about this stone. Rannick immediately shows a level of interest and engagement completely absent from his prior conversation. Remarkable, is it not? It appears to be the last known message from some long-lost tribe of hill people. So what does it say? No idea. Maybe a history, maybe an explanation of why they died out, or a story about how their young god king ate the sun. I will need access to the library of Avadon to figure it out. You study this instead of defending the keep? You study old cultures. I'm going to ask that. Kalidia smiles. Here we go. Not smiles, laughs. Here we go. Yannick ignores this. I am a sage by choice, a hand of Avadon by compulsion. If I am spared a few minutes to follow my true purpose, I will. You were forced to be a hand? Avadon, when in need, is allowed to conscript skilled warriors. One of the few powers left to Avadon in its broken state. Khalida clears her throat. Yannick sighs. But we are not supposed to discuss our affairs with outsiders. So I'm an outsider because I'm only in the pact. Tell me about the attack. From my vantage point, it appeared to be a well-organized suicide. A few humanoids and young Wadarin warriors, all hungry for glory, thought to attack this keep by surprise. And what happened? They underestimated our readiness. Most died. A few fled. The attack was a total failure, but more such attacks will follow. Did you aid in the defense? Yannick looks down at the notes on his lap. He sadly shakes his head. I killed. It is what I am reduced to. Khalida pats the aging man on the shoulder. He does his duty, but he is not a willing warrior. Okay. Well, it looks like we got everything we were supposed to get out of him. So why was there such a mention of him to begin with? Maybe down the road. I don't know. There's another little outhouse. And we just went by me, Yannick. Okay, so I'm just scouting around here, seeing what's going on. We need to get over here to scout quarters. Moo, moo, we got cows! Cows! Sorry, reminds me of a movie. We got cows. I like to scout, so I'm scouting around. I always like to look the perimeters around, see what's going on. This is how you find things. See, like here's a little, oops, what's in here? A little lockpick. I will take that since I used 2 of them before. Now I am like really short. Okay. We have a door here. It's on the other side of the scout quarters, so I'm sure it goes into the same place. Hopefully. If not, it was a bad guess. I believe she's got. Yeah. This is the stairs I went down. That I came up, right? Yep, sure is. Okay. Oop, here we go. So, anything that I can steal? Bag of coal. Don't need any bags of coal. What do we got here? Scout. Oh, you know I won't be able to get anything from there, but you never know. Sometimes I do. Nope. Scout. Here we go. Watcher. What is this? Dakaba. Lust for war. We have lost many. Watcher Garal. A Willadin soldier sits cross-legged and stares into the fire. His spine is perfectly straight, and his hair is lined with several long, dignified streaks of gray. When you approach, he motions for you to sit across from him, not turning his eyes from the blaze. When you are seated, he looks up at you. Greetings, Sahara. I know that your report must go to the commander, but I would also hear of your ordeal in the woods. The loss of Rainer is a great wound, both to our forces and our spirits. Give a brief report, mainly saying what happened to Rainer. I'm sure the commander will tell you everything you're supposed to know. I probably got here before I was supposed to report to the commander. I'm just going to give him a brief report, mainly saying about what happened to Rainer. Watcher Carol listens somberly to the tale of your narrow escape in the fate of Rainer. He notes the many details you leave out, but he chooses not to press you. A good scout has fallen, and yet Rainer was carried off? Perhaps there is a glimmer of hope. Thank you for this knowledge. I am grateful that you took the time before you began your new journey. Now, what else would you have of me? How are you dealing with the raid? We are recovering from it as best we can. My scouts patrol the woods, looking for signs of a new attack. They stay close to Rock Ridge so that they can alert us quickly. Tell me about the contested lands. The contested lands? Yes, so they are called. For centuries, a hunting ground and sacred burial place for the Wildron. I hate these names. Now simply an oddly shaded area on the map. They are a place where I fight my people as fellow citizens of the Pact. Plot against... They are a place where I fight my people as fellow citizens of the Pact plot against me. These lands are now a place of bitterness. That has to be tough, to fight your own people. Tell me about the rebels. Corell's eyes flick toward you for a moment, looking for signs of suspicion. Seeing none, he says, I share with all of the Wildron great sorrow over the loss of our traditions. I also know that this great price brings greater safety in the arms of the Pact. I am loyal to the Pact no matter what Deniz says. You said someone is plotting against you? Watcher Deniz in the next tower to the east. A bitter partisan for the Kava. He thinks me a traitor and liar, and he makes no secret of his desire to see me expelled from our gates. Has Deniz always wanted you expelled? Why is Deniz so bitterly set against you? What would change Deniz's mind about you? What do you think of Deniz? Is he loyal to the Pact? Why is Deniz so bitterly set against you? It is enough that I am a warrior of the Wilderland in a position of power. He thinks all of us are disloyal, regardless of our record. Luckily, our commander is wiser. Has Deniz always wanted you expelled? Not always. It started when I was promoted to head scout. Ah, okay. What would change Deniz's mind about you? He is quick to answer. I could save his life 100 times over. He still would never trust me. What do you think of Deniz? Is he loyal to the Pact? He is Kava first and Pact citizen second. From birth, all Kava are taught to be loyal to their code. Pact laws are an afterthought for them. He is not smart enough to throw off his prejudices. So basically you're saying and this is what happened in the first Avadon, is that the hands always reverted back to their tribes. Watcher Corell sits and stares into the fire. He has no maps or records surrounding him. He doesn't need them. The scouts whisper that every detail of this region, every hill, path, and fallen branch rests in his head. How are you dealing with the raid? We are recovering from it as best we can. My scouts patrol our woods, looking for signs of a new attack. They stay close to Rock Ridge so that they can alert us quickly. Okay. Tell me about the contested lands. Didn't we just go over to this? Yeah, we did. Okay, so we need to go to... Alright. Let's just go around in a circle. Okay. Oh, I have another question. Okay, here it is. Is there anything I can do for you? Maybe I'll get a quest. For a moment, he seems tempted to take your offer. Then he says, there is something someone can do for us, but I don't have the rank necessary to give you orders. If someday you have a measure of freedom, return. Until then, I will not anger the commander. Okay, so I gotta go to the commander first before I can get a quest from him. Alright. So, we're here. Out of here. But isn't this where we were supposed to go? Scout quarters. Barracks, okay. Finish your quest. Oh, finish your patrol. That's off this way. Okay. So I misunderstood where I was supposed to go. To the east before, they did say that, didn't they? This is the barracks. Yep. We've already been there. And the cows. Moo, moo, moo. Well, I gotta be getting close. Let's see what this sign says. Quartermaster south, headquarters east. Scout quarters southeast. Okay, so. Is there anything up here I can steal? No, just clay. How about down here? outhouse. They got a lot of them out here. I don't ever remember the other one having outhouses like this. Well, there's a quartermaster. We have a barrel. Ooh, we got one nice thing in there, a lovely crystal. Okay, what is this? And who is this? And this is Rockridge. Wow, we got one of these. Let's see what it says. Hey. Okay. This book is about the contested lands. This entry has been added to your codex. Okay. Anything here? This games. Oh, here's the commander. Commander Odil. Alright, let's just do a little bit explore before we go to Commander Odil. What is this? Interesting. Every day is worse. Hand, oh, there's another hand here. Okay, let's go to Commander Odil first and then go from there. You meet Commander Odil for only the second time. Your first meeting was very brief and brusque. After the introduction, you were sent to scout the hills to look for rebel incursions. This meeting, however, you have his full attention. He is an aged Killen warrior with pale blonde hair rapidly shading to gray. Really, I mean, it's hard to see gray and blonde hair. He came from Kiladaria, far to the south, to spend his life in the futile task of bringing order to the contested lands. He notes the presence of Kalida, with a brief lip curl of disapproval. Then he turns to you. Ah, Sahara, is it? One of our scouts. He reaches for a pen. Tell me, what is happening to the north? I think we were telling him this. You describe everything you saw in detail. Dale writes it down eagerly. Waddling scouts, humanoids, any Titan? This is truly troubling. Widespread problems far beyond what we expected. There is more I need to know. What do you need to know? You left here on a scouting mission with, he checks his records, Raynor. That was his name. Valuable scout. Did not return with you. What happened there? A Titan struck Raynor down. Odil says, a Titan? It would be hard to believe if two of those creatures hadn't just torn down our north gate. Was Raynor slain? It was a grievous blow. I am sure he is dead. It was a fierce blow, but I never saw his body. I don't know. The Titan hit Raynor and carried off the body, and that's what actually happened. Odil nods and makes a quick note on a scroll. Carried off? Very suspicious. If you learn anything new about Raynor's fate, I want to know immediately. Enough reporting. Now we must act quickly and decisively. Why do I want to talk more about Raynor? Do I really want to know more about Raynor? I mean, he's gone. Well, I want to know about what's going on. Odil admits, with great regret, I don't know. Okay, you really don't know what's going on? Okay, so what now? Odil stops and thinks. He is unsure, an unfamiliar, an unpleasant sensation. Now, how would we know that? Because he would have... Anyway. Then he remembers that Kalida is there. The idea comes quickly. It is time that Avadon earn its keep for the Pact. We will report this disaster to them. We will ask for more aid. We will see if we can awaken Redbeard from his slumber. Redbeard's not in his slumber. That must be how the Pact still sees him, even after all the carnage that happened in the Black Fortress. But what will I do? You will be my envoy. There is a portal pylon to the south, old and inactive, but a hand at Avadon can restore it. It will take you to Avadon any moment, and then you can get us the help we need. He looks at Kalida. And you, of course, will want to guide Sahara and make sure the message gets through. You and the sorcerer staring at the giant rock in my courtyard. Kalida takes a step forward. That is not our mission. We are here to help you. And that is how you can best help me. Protect Sahara and free me of your unwelcome presence. There is a lot of unrest. You don't want Hands of Avadon here? Okay. Odil grins and leans back in his chair. I don't want them anywhere. Avadon's brutality and arrogance have outlasted their usefulness. But this is not the time to talk politics. Your message must get through, and the best way to guarantee it is for the Hands to escort you. Kalida nods. I must admit, the course makes sense. What is a portal pylon? A magical stone which can send you to Avadon in an instant. Weeks of travel compressed into a moment. The stone is to the south. The Hands can guide you there. What do I do when I reach Avadon? Tell Redbeard what has happened. See what little aid you can get. Then get back to me so that I can put you to productive work. I do want to stay and fight. I also want to see what Avadon is turned into. Okay, I will get it done. That is the spirit. Good fortune, and I hope that Avadon does not corrupt you with this power madness. Go collect Yannick, the sorcerer, and I will have the southern gate open for you. Go south. Get to the pylon, report to Avadon, and return. Kalida says, I will make sure Sahara gets there, and then I will be back. You will not be rid of Avadon so quickly. Odil says, then go. I'm sure there's nothing else you need. Okay. So I got a new quest. Report to Avadon. Okay. I forgot I got rid of my text. My quest has been completed. So, yep. Alright. So, I'm going to go to Avadon. So, we're going to do some scouting around first before we do. Oh, and I go gallop, blah, 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 blah. Anyway. Okay. We have to pick up Yannick. Yannick? Okay, and there's another person. The rebels advance! Monitor Yutsua. There is a shadow walker standing at the head of this table, poring over maps and blade rousters intently. Though through the slits of the traditional mask, you can see bags under her eyes. Oh, it's a her. Since the keep was attacked, she has had very little sleep. She nods at you. She nods as you approach, though she doesn't move any of her papers aside. Welcome, Sahara. We have not met, but I know of you. Little adventure. God. We have not met, but I know of your little adventure up north. I am Monitor Yutsua, honored second in command to Commander Odil. Okay, you are the Monitor? Yes, I command the first lance of Rockridge Keep. There are 8 of lances here currently. This reminds me more of Avernum. Avernum had a lot of NPC players, and they all had things they had to say. Avadon 1, the Black Fortress really didn't have this kind of interaction with everybody. What is a lance? Yes, I command there are 8 lances. Don't consider what is a lance. 100 warriors usually. A lance is made up of 10 blades, each of which has 10 soldiers. It is how the armies of the Pact are organized. And the commander? A commander commands a force which is usually 10 lances. Right now we only have 8. Now that this attack has happened, we hope to be staffed up for up to a full force. What do you think? Do you think that will happen? When Titans smash down the gates of a packed fortress, that has a way of attracting the attention of Hanvar's council. I am optimistic. Okay. Tell me about the current situation. The contested lands are full of rebels, bandits, and savage humanoids. Their fear of the Pact in Avadon has been lost. Our forces here are too weak to maintain order. The situation could hardly be worse. do that. And Commander, okay. I am going to Avadon. I see. I hope that you can obtain aid for us. However, you may have difficulty for political reasons. Political reasons? Our commander is a known foe of Avadon. Many mistrust the power of Avadon, of course, but most are quieter and more diplomatic. You support Avadon? Yes, completely. Avadon has done more to preserve the pact than any other group, including Hanvar's Council. What do you think of Commander Odil's very vocal attacks on Avadon? He is a frank and passionate warrior forced to sit at a desk, writing reports. This leads to too much thinking and brooding on his part. That is so true, too. It would be wiser if he could focus his energies on fighting the rebels, the rebellion. I think Odil should be reassigned to a battlefield command. See, I'm just a soldier, a peon. Why would I even have any thought on this? I think Odil is insubordinate and should be demoted. Odil should be sent to Avadon to learn firsthand the truth. I think the commander is right about Avadon. See, I don't like any of these choices because, like I said, I'm just a peon soldier. How can I say anything about his character and his beliefs? We don't know his backstory. Why doesn't he trust Avadon and the Pact? Odil is insubordinate. Odil should be sent to Avadon to learn firsthand the truth of what he is talking about. No, he shouldn't be promoted. Wow, I don't know. It's kind of making me frustrated. Making me a little upset that this game is just very narrowed already right off the bat. Avadon 1 kind of did this, but it was towards the middle of the game, and it was very gradual. This was just like up front, almost from the beginning. With Raynor was this whole thing about, you have to choose a side. No, I don't want to choose a side right now. I don't know what's going on. How can I give an opinion about Odil? No. Well, maybe he should be sent to Avadon. Let him see firsthand. That would be the best option, in my opinion. He hasn't seen Avadon, so how can you really truly know Avadon? Alright, let's send him to Avadon. It is not my place to say, but since you mentioned it, that would be an appropriate lesson about the consequences of one's words. Would like to aid you. Is there anything I can do to help? Yutsu starts to shake her head. Then she looks at the enormous pile of reports in front of her. I cannot distract you from your vital mission. However, so much remains to be done. I can, I suppose, tell you some things I know about. For example, in the woods where you and Raynor were attacked, there is a lumber yard there, abandoned by its owners, that has been taken over by wretches. If you were passing there and happened to destroy them, I could give you some useful assets from our stores. Why haven't you slain them? Now, the wretches we slain before were in the vineyard. This is a lumber yard. And I don't remember running across a lumber yard. Why haven't you slain them? Because we are surrounded by foes, and because this particular group is protected by several turrets. It appears they found the stores of a tinker mage and put them in use. And if I don't have time? That is your decision. I only suggest, if you are consumed with bloodlust, ways that such a thirst might be probably slaked. Okay, that's it. So do I end up with quest? Yeah, new quest. Yutsu's call. Yutsu is an officer, and so now we are going to, how is it called? Yutsu is an officer in the Ravaged Lands. She will occasionally offer bounties, okay, for nearby foes. Some warriors have taken a lumber yard. So these quests help build your character or your experience, so that way you can go into deeper battle. So maybe I will go back before I go to Avadon. I'll get Yannick and then we'll go. Oh, we're out. Oh, did that happen? That's a different, or was it the same? I don't know. How about this door then? That looks like a library. You need one to succeed. Do I use it? Alright, I am going to save my game. Save game. Because I don't want to use them unnecessarily. What do we have in here? Oh, we got 2 boxes. Well, there's nothing in that one. The box is locked and you don't have enough lockpicks to get it open. You need 4. Really? Okay. Well, we know what we're going to do then. Save it for another time. That's what we do. Okay. Here's another door here. Oh, there's stairs going up. The door is locked, you don't have the key, and the lock is too complicated to be picked. There's stairs going up. And what was, here it is. We wanted to go over here. She is a hand. Let's go over here first and read this. This book is about Avadon. This entry has been added to your codex. Okay. Let's check out her desk so I know there's nothing I can take. Nope. So she has a lockpick. Okay. Hand NC. SNC? There is a sorceress sitting in this office, well, hiding. She sits slumped in a chair in the corner, her blonde hair unwashed and her long robes unlaundered. Only the symbol on her shoulder marking her as the hand of Avadon is clean and fresh, and considering how often she nervously picks at it with her fingernails, it will not remain thus for long. She looks up at you. Welcome to my office. I am Han Esni, representative to the august power of Avadon. What business do you have here? Well, I would like to speak with you. Han Ensi is quiet for a long moment. Then she says, I understand that you have already been given 2 hands to aid you. My assistance would only make things confusing. Then she stares sullenly at you until you go away. Kaleida shakes her head in quiet contempt, but otherwise says nothing. Alright, so she is going to be something in the future, obviously. Maybe when the other 2 die, I don't know. Alright. So, that's there, that comes out here. To the south is where the portal is at. I suppose I should go find Yanis. Not Yanis. I got myself confused. Yannick. Ooh, there is one. Okay. Ooh, and then I got a wall spot, so I got a thing for that. Ooh. Let's see what's in here. Oh, not too much. Animal skin and group heal. I always take a group heal. Yep. Okay. And that was an obvious trigger too, because I've seen them where you could barely see them. Oh, this goes to. This must go to. Anything here? No. So let's go to Yannick. What's this? Who is he? Okay. Come on, quit walking. Alright, they always come back to you eventually. Okay. Law Weaver Ain. Like all settlements in or near the Kava, Rockbridge Keep has its own copy of the Stone Code. The inviolable laws of the Kava, binding pheasant and king alike, carved into 4 stones. As the law evolves painfully slowly over centuries, the stones are updated, which explains why there is an aging woman of the Kava wandering around the stones, hammer and chisel in hand, tidying up the text. You watch her for a while, admiring the care and reverence with which she works on the stone. She eventually notices you and stops for a rest. Greetings, warrior. I am Law Carver Ain, one of the honored keepers of the code. I have much to do here. What does a law carver do? We carve the laws, she laughs. Simple enough. As the law changes, the words are given to me. I write them and maintain them, repair cracks, add words, clean up clean off bird waste. Okay. How often does the law change? Rarely. Oh, so rarely. I will not bewilder you with the many steps, meetings, conclaves, and futile attempts at consensus necessary to change the stone code. It is a rare event, usually only in response to a clear, dire need. What if you don't agree with the law? Nobody cares what I think. The law is the law. Even when it is at its most harsh, its most unsteady, it is still the guide for our lives. Does anyone else ever modify the code without permission? Kalida, a loyal Kava warrior, is thoroughly scandalized by the suggestion. Anne is nonplussed. Then she silently points to the top of the tall central stone. The penalty for anyone but a law carver to change a law is sure, slow, painful death. The first law of the code is that the code must stay pure. Harsh, but it is necessary if the system is to work. That seems excessive and a little savage. Well, that does stop people from tampering with it. Because you're always going to get people who want to tamper with stuff. Harsh. Agreed. And if we change our minds, the law can be modified with years of work. It seems unlikely, though. Why is so much work required here? Because the stone code in the contested lands is so poorly maintained. There are currently 14 stone carvers, but I am the only one who works the contested lands. Isn't it dangerous to travel out here? Yes, extremely. Yet abandoning the stone code is more dangerous, so I accept the risk. Why are the stones in such poor shape? Because of neglect, and because the warriors of the Willadin take great pleasure in defiling them. She tries to hide her disgust and fails. Let's talk about the Willadin. She shakes her head. No, we log carvers make a point of staying neutral in such matters, no matter how savage those who wish to steal our lands are. We carry the law. We say nothing that would change our burden. Okay? So they're neutral. So they're like Sweden. Do you travel much? Sweden, who really isn't neutral. I only travel. There is always a job to do, and it is always many miles away. It pains me greatly, as there are 2 tasks I must perform in areas of the contested lands held by rebels. Completing them right now is beyond my ability. Well, maybe I can help. Maybe I can earn some money from you. I wish you could. However, outside of the law carvers, only Avadon is allowed to walk in and modify the stones. You turn to ask Kalida if she is interested in helping, but you find that she has located herself some distance away, pretending to read a stone. She doesn't want to get involved, and you're not a hand. Well, I have a feeling I'm going to end up being a hand, so that's it for now. So I will be coming back to her, it looks like, down the road too. Okay. So I need to find Yannick. Yannick. Where is Yannick? Report to... okay. Where was Yannick at? He was... I need to go to the quartermaster, I'm sure. Okay, this was... there. Yannick was over here somewhere. Wasn't he? Alright. Let's go to quartermaster. Quartermaster is here. Maybe Yannick was closer to the quartermaster. Yeah, he was over here by the fire, wasn't he? So we're going to add him to our party. Here he is. Okay. Here we go. Hello. Yannick gives you a half smile and waits to see what you have to say. He would clearly prefer to be spending his limited time studying the old stone. I need you to come with me. What? Where? Back to Avadon. Already? After the long journey here? He looks at Kalida for confirmation. The Blade Master nods. Well, duty calls. Tell me when you are ready to depart. Odil doesn't appear to like you. The commander's dislike to Avadon is well known, but it has recently begun to transition into open rebellion. When Avadon is restored, Redbeard will discuss things with him. Well, wait here for now. I will hurry and complete my research. He starts to copy the ruins from the stone more quickly. Yeah, I need to go to the quartermaster, and let's roam around here first before we leave. I know I'm going to have to equip them. Okay, we got a codex over here too. This book is about the Kava. This entry has been added. Okay, and here is... Let's see, can we steal anything? No. Alright. And he is Watcher... Oh, Deniz. This is the one they were talking about. The scouts cannot be trusted. What? You meet Watcher Deniz, the quartermaster of Rock Ridge Keep. He has the dark hair and harsh features of a man in the Kava. He is walking around the storerooms tallying his meager supplies. You have met him. He provided you with your first blade and suit of armor, after all. When you greet him, he says, "Welcome back, Sahara. I'm glad you survived your patrol. I don't have much supplies to spare, but I'll always do what I can." You're from the Kava? I do not wish to be impolite, Sahara, but I do not discuss politics with those stationed here. Did you lose much in the raid? Of course. 3 soldiers, 1 gate, much morale. And as for supplies, I am still taking an inventory. I will know more soon. Check in with me then. Anything I can do for you? Watcher Deniz nods enthusiastically. I am so glad you offered to help. Our limited resources are going toward dealing with the losses caused by the raid, and there is one problem we have not been able to address. Since the attack happened, the supply caves under this fort have been infested with spiders, many of them big ones. We don't know where they came from or why, but until the source can be found and eliminated, anybody in Rockridge Keep will sleep well. Nobody. They only just appeared? Yes, there were 2 shamans in the raid. Both escaped, but we suspect that before they fled, they worked some twisted magic on us. How do I get into those tunnels? There is a trapdoor in each of the 3 towers on the main central courtyard. What exactly am I looking for down there? I don't know. A mommy spider, maybe? That seems to be, in my observation, where baby spiders come from. Okay, so I now have... There was indeed a mommy spider down below. She is dead now. You tell the blood-curdling tale of your battle to Denzel. His blood appears to be appropriately curdled. Truly a tale of terror. Your reward is well earned. A pouch of silver and a fine pair of greaves are liberated from the Rockridge stores on your behalf. I wish that was the end of my troubles. Alas, it is not. Anything else I can do for you? As a matter of fact, yes. There is another sign of infection around our fort, another bit of dark magic worked by the raiders to torment us. An infestation of undead. They are lurking in a cave outside the south gate and to the west. They hide in a cave, only emerging at night to feed upon our livestock and keep the farmers away. They must be destroyed if we are to know peace. And who can create such creatures? Not sure. Waddling shamans abhor undead abominations. Perhaps an org shaman created them, or perhaps they are wild, free-range ghouls who found a nice cave to squat in amidst the chaos. Can you do any of this yourself? We could, but it is a matter of triage. When titans roam the woods, our commander feels a handful of zombies that generally keep to themselves should be left to mercenaries and those who happen to be heading in that direction. Okay, that's all for now. So now I got another quest, a lost caravan. So, let's see here. Let's see what kind of supplies. Of course, here right now, orders are that all supplies beyond basic equipment must be traded for with battlefield scavenge. Sign of the time, I'm afraid. I want to trade for something. What do you have that I could use? A lockpick. How many do you have? 2? worth 80 and he wants 108. I want Lightning Scroll, Blessing, Curing, Potion of Health. Always use Potion of Health. Go ahead and buy. There's only 2 of them. Well, I'm gonna buy. Alright. I got pants. Who does a longbow? 108. She can do a longbow, which gives more damage. 4 to 16, which is 6 to 24. I think that probably would be worth it. But I might pick one up along the way. That's the whole thing. I hate buying stuff that I know I'm going to pick up along the way. Lockpicks, you don't pick up those along the way very often. I hate spending $108 though. 108 coins for a lockpick. I'll just buy one. So I don't think I have anything to sell. Do I have anything to sell? I do have some stuff. Alright. Here again, I've got all that. I'm out of room. Well, see, I don't know about these metal bars. Is it going to go in here? Well, I guess I don't have as much as I thought. But I'll sell what I have. Want to sell something? Sell everything. Well, clicked on the wrong thing. Alright. Sell all in bank. Here we go. Well, that wasn't too bad. So, you know what? I think I am going to get that other lockpick then. There we go. And that's it. Okay. So we're done with that. Oh, these are the little things that went ee. They're children, rich childs. Okay. This wretched child tries repeatedly to kick you on the shin. Your defense is only partially successful. So this is where I went down. Okay, let me see if I can steal something out of here. No. But you know what? You're gonna be watching other than them. Oh, okay, he is Virgil. He's not watching now. Let's see if I can steal. No, it won't let you. Okay. Darn! Oh, and here's another one of those. Several of them. Runestone, or... So they got... here we go. Let's talk to him. Oh, Virgil, get over here. Oh, Burgoo. This was something you didn't expect in a pack fort. Wrenches. Quite a few of them. One is fully grown and muscular and acting as the keep's blacksmith. The others are its young, small, feral, ever hungry, trying to help in the forge, but mainly only magnifying the chaos. The wretch in charge separates 2 of his young who were going at it hammer and thongs, literally, and approaches you. Welcome, warrior. Welcome, welcome. I am Burgoo. This is my forge. I snag. Trush. Put that sword down. I would aid you. Trading I do. What is the wretch doing here? Burgoo seems slightly offended. Always the asking that. The pact tells us, be good and we welcome. We be good, we help, then we go, ah, a wretch. What wretch do here is help make weapons, fix armor, good with hammers. Wretches are welcome in the pact? Welcome? No, but we be good, follow law, then we can live and work and nobody kills us. I good. Raise kids to be good. Then nobody kill them too. Considering the constant violence Burgoo's children are inflicting on everything around them, you have your doubts about how good they are. What do you think of the contested lands? Humans shout at each other, stab each other, gives Virgo work to do, money to make. You have no opinion on the struggle? Yes, opinion. Humans violent and crazy like wretches. There is opinion. He is so true. So, lots of kids? Yes, most wretches have many. Many, many. Wife and I only have 16. Poor showing. Family very disappointed. You have a wife? Using human word, wrench word for partner different. What we do different. Scary and upsetting to humans. Best not to ask too much. Well, that leaves a lot to the imagination. So what do you do with your wife? Okay. What do you want your kids to be and when they grow up? He ponders this. Alive. Alive is good. Well, not too many alive to swarm me and take my stuff. Less than that. But a lot. Alive. That is good. Okay, let me see what he has to trade. Commander lets me trade free with humans. Price good. I help you. Let me see your wares. No, it's the same as I have. I want a better one. See, I just don't see spending money for this stuff when I know I'm going to find along the way. She could use an iron sword though. How much is it? 48. Oh, she already has one. I need the long one. Oh, wait a minute. I'm on the wrong person. Here we are. She's using an iron spear. 4 to 16. Yeah, so a spear is still better. Oh, how about iron javelin? Oh. See, this is what's so weird. I think I'm gonna pass on this for now. Okay, so we met this. Let's go over here. I know we can't get into it, but you never know. It takes us back outside. And is there anything else to check out in here? Oh, yes, there is a subtle room here. Nothing though, just another guard, a gate guard. It's amazing how much time you spend just wandering around doing nothing in these games, I swear. Okay, so this is the gate. You approach the southern gate out of Rockridge Keep. It is closed and you doubt that the guards will open it for you until you have permission to leave. Perhaps if you go back north and pick up Yannick, you will then be free to depart. Okay, so I think I've gotten everything here I'm going to get. But, okay, I need to pick up Yannick and then we are going to go back because we have a quest, right? Just trying to clear out all the pests in and around Rockridge Keep. If you have any spare time after they're over. Okay, that was south. This is Torrentis have taken over a lumberyard in the lands north. Okay, so we want to go back. The lost caravan is what was taken. Perhaps check in with him later. It may need you to help locating some goods lost in the recent rebel raids. Okay, I'm not quite understanding that one. So we're going to pick up Yannick. Alright, I need you to come with me. What? Where? Back to Avadon. Let's go. Well, we're not going back to Avadon right now. Yannick stands and grabs his pack. I am always ready to travel. Onward. How will we return? Kalida grins. We need to reawaken the portal stone. Yannick is intrigued. Not something I expected to do. Perilous, but speedy. It was south, yes? We should proceed. He moves to your side. Yannick is now part of my team. Okay, so now let's give him. He's got 2 points to add. He is a sorcerer, right? Yes, he is. So he needs intelligence more than anything else. He needs Daze does work to a certain degree. Firebolt. Firebolt is awesome. He's got 4 points to spend. So Firebolt. We need Unlock Charm. 2 of us can do that. Shadow Charm, you know, I never noticed that that worked before when I used it with my other sorceress. I don't know, maybe I just didn't do it properly. Daze is a great thing to have. At level 3, increases the area of effect on the daze. Let's put the Firebolt up to 3. That the flames will cause a critical hit. Alright, so we got all 4 spent. Okay. Let's see if he travels with us. But see, how does she get her vitality back, and how to get my vitality back? Okay, but now we've got to get him equipped, because I know he doesn't have anything. Nope, he doesn't have anything. So, pants, go to him. Leather boots. Leather jerkin is better. I don't think you can do... yeah, you can do a short bow. Okay. And he can do a shield. And he needs... maybe he already has a dagger, I'm not sure. Are they both daggers? Yes. You'll see here. Okay. Oh, he's got an apprentice rod. Which just makes sense that he would, so he doesn't need a dagger. Alright, we don't need a dagger. But he needs pants. He needs boots. He needs that. He needs a shield. And he needs a short bow. Here we go. Okay. You know, that's a V, not a Y. Vonic. So it's Vonic. Why was I thinking it was a Y? Alright, so we are going to go and do... Is he going to complain because I'm not going to go? Where am I trying to go? I'm trying to get out of here. Where are we going? We're trying to go back to... This way, yep, okay. We are going to go do some quests to build up our characters. What does he need? He needs 3-7. Oh, he's almost close anyway. And let me see where she's at. 3-8. She's ready. She's real close. And then me. Oh, I've got a ways to go. Okay. So we are going to the Ravaged Woods. And that's it for now. We're at almost an hour. See you later.